So in the last few years, I went and spoke to a lot of people to learn from them. And these are some of the faces that we have interviewed on the podcast. If you guys listen to the podcast, it's available on YouTube, Spotify, and also Apple Podcasts. And I've learned a lot from different individuals. And I would say 95% of people I've actually never met. And how we got connected was through our passion. In 2019, I made my passion to make positivity viral. And the reason I did that was because I felt like the world was in a very chaotic state. We had the social movement in Hong Kong. I got canceled from a few groups. My Facebook was written by very unpleasant comments. And I went to a few of my contacts for feedback. And in corporate world, we do a lot of 180 and 360. But I did this slightly differently. I actually went back to people that I have very strong bonds with, but haven't connected for a while. And in relationship, we call this dormant tie. So there are three levels of relationship that you can look at. So one is the weak tie, people that you don't want to spend too much time with those people. They're very negative, and you just don't want to spend too much time with them. Your strong tie could be your family members, could be your managers, could be your team members. You kind of see them every single day. You enjoy spending time with them, and they know you inside out, and they know all your strengths and weaknesses. What I've learned the most about myself is actually going people that are in my dormant tie. So dormant tie are the people where you used to have a very strong relationship with them, but because of change of location, like Amanda and I, we used to be very close. We used to be family friends. My wife used to see her all the time. But because she moved to Thailand, I moved to Hong Kong, we never got the chance to reconnect again. So these are the dormant ties. When I went back to one of my dormant tie, and she is the head of HR for a major metro company in Hong Kong, she said two things to me. I asked her, what are my strengths? And she said, I think you are very real, and I think you are very positive. And I was thinking, how on earth am I going to make a business out of this? What is this? And it took me 5 years to figure out what I was born for. I've done some research, spoken to a lot of people. What I found out is that transformational people who have a clear purpose, they are happier, and they're also more satisfied with their health, mental health, physical health, their work, and their relationship. I want to throw a question to the audience. Who knows about their purpose in life? Can you raise your hands? Thank you. We have a few people. I just wanted to let you know that you are not alone. I was in the same journey back in 2019. And one of the things that I learned from a psychologist, and they used to teach me in the business school in Sydney, and he said that no one ever gets self-actualized. And finding your purpose is a discovery journey that never ends. And that changes me. Just that perspective changes me. I no longer get freaked out and upset about not having clarity. I was literally just investing in myself, putting in the work, and hoping that if the system works, if the mindset is right, one day I'll get that clarity in life. For those of you who don't have a purpose, I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and I'm going to give you 3 seconds to think, and you can just yell out your answer from your seat. What is your name? Again, 1, 2, 3. What is your unique strength? 1, 2, 3. I hear communication. Sorry? Beautiful. Thank you. All right. Yes? Who do you serve? 1, 2, 3.
Me, myself.
I hear some myself. Any? People who you love. For example, your parents. Thank you. People who you love, your parents. And how do you serve them?
Like, just, be supporting, be here for them, and basically.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else other than your parents? Who do you serve?
My kids.
Your kids?
Yeah.
Kids. All right. I'm hearing a lot of family members. I'll say there's one caveat. You will not find your purpose if you're serving yourself. You only find your purpose if you're serving for someone else. The next question I'm going to ask you is how do you help these people? 1, 2, 3.
Be there for them.
Be there for them.
Financials.
And my last question, this is the 5th question, and for me this is the most important question. How do you become better at what you do? Again, 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. If you find it hard to answer those questions, it just means that there's some work that needs to be done. And after speaking to all those people, if I were to summarize what are they doing right to help them embrace change and navigate life, it is these 3 things. They're doing something that they love. They know who they are. They know their unique strengths. Everyone has a superpower, whether it is being beautiful or being kind, right? Everyone has a superpower. Who do you serve? Know yourself. Okay, self-care is important. We have to take care of ourselves first, right? But once we've taken care of ourselves, it's also about serving the people. It could be the family members, could be corporate professionals. As a matter of fact, I would say self-care actually comes first. I would always prioritize self-care at the top of your list. And that's the same reason why when you go on a plane, they ask you to put on your oxygen mask first. They don't tell you to put an oxygen mask on your family members first. Because when you don't have your oxygen mask on, how many people can you save? You can save a few, right? And how do you help them? So the way we help people is through motivational speaking, through inspirational program, and through corporate training. And I serve corporate professionals because I believe that if we have more corporate professionals that are better self-leaders, that can embrace change, which means that we have better leaders in the world. And when we have better leaders in the world, we have better children. And when we have better children, we'll have a better future for the world. And the last one, and this one I said is the most important, is how do you actually become better? For me, it is reading, it is writing, and it is podcasting. So if something feels stuck in your life, whether it is about making your sales target or having fallout in a relationship, always go back to this. Think about how do you become better.